I'm Herald-Press editor Megan Greavy. Here's a look at the I'll get this month right eventually, January 3rd edition of the Herald-Press. The Huntington Township Board is considering breaking its fire protection contract with the City of Huntington early, Huntington Township trustee Tim Guy said. There's been some issue over the what to do with the fire truck since the City of Huntington has said that it will not continue the fire contract after 2014 under the current conditions, and the Township Board has been looking into alternatives for their fire protection, so they will discuss what they are going to do with that contract and that fire truck at their meeting January 7th. Our centerpiece tomorrow is a look at the wintry weather we got. I believe about 6 inches of snow fell this past evening, and it's supposed to get really cold next week, so everyone bundle up and check that out for a little bit more details about what the City of Huntington and the county are doing to keep everybody to deal with the winter weather. Our Sunday visitor was pleased by a temporary preliminary injunction barring, basically, a district judge ruled late last week that that OSV and other organizations that were part of a lawsuit would not have to face penalties for not complying with the Health and Human Services mandate requiring their insurance have contraceptive protection, which they say violates their First Amendment rights. So if they hadn't received this injunction, they would have to pay penalties beginning January 1st, but the judge has held off on those until further review of the case can be met, so representatives from our Sunday visitor were very happy about that. There was a meth lab explosion on the Wells County side of Markle early this morning, last night, and we don't have a lot of details, but we are working to get those. We also take a look at Crossroad Connections, what it has planned for 2014. One of the things it has planned is what's called Smoking for a Cause, which will be a kind of a smoked meat festival to raise money for the organization. On our worship page, St. Peter's is hosting a conference about that discusses love and how communities and the individuals in those communities can love better. People can still sign up for that today, Friday, and throughout part of next week. In sports, after having a 2-week break from events, the Huntington North wrestling team is excited to get back in action on Friday, barring some last-minute cancellation, for its Weston Close Invitational that's set to take place at 8:30 a.m. on Friday. It's going to be an individual tournament, which means that individuals will be wrestling to win their weight classes, which is something similar to what they do in once the state tournament rolls around. So that so the Huntington North coach is excited about that opportunity for them to kind of get that experience. For more on these and other stories in our paper, check out tomorrow's edition of the Herald-Press. Drive safe out there. The Huntington County Commissioners have issued a watch level advisory for the roads, meaning if you do not have to drive, don't be out there driving. Tonight's a good night to just stay at home, relax at home if you can. So if you do have to drive, give yourself extra time, be careful. We don't want to see any accidents. So from all of us at the Herald-Press, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.